A bright green drink has taken the world by storm over the last couple of years, and for many, the matcha craze is still largely a mystery.
Today, we are meeting a UNCG grad who turned her love for matcha into a business and is brewing up a growing fan base right here in the Triad. WFMY News 2's Manning Franks is live in Greensboro this morning. Manning, I actually have never had matcha.
Well, you should change that, Lauren, as soon as you can. But again, it is an acquired taste, so I won't hold you to it if you do not like it. But this next story here today, don't tell me that small businesses can't do big things. You know, UNCG grad, as we were talking about, not only created a pop-up matcha business, she did it in the middle of a global shortage of matcha, and not only grew her business, but also found ways to give back to her community in meaningful ways. I'd call her a real risk taker. See what I did there? UNCG grad Anna Sullivan started Littlefoot Matcha in March and almost immediately ran into a major obstacle. As I mentioned before, it was a lack of supply. But she says this venture was never just about selling drinks. It was about building something meaningful, even when the odds weren't exactly steeped in her favor.
As somebody that's bootstrapped this whole company, I couldn't buy 10,000 bags of matcha in my first order. I got the minimum order, which was like, I think it was $1,000 worth of matcha, which I can't remember how many tins that was. But I immediately sold all those because I'm like, okay, maybe I'm good at marketing, but also there's a high demand for this because all the other brands are sold out. So Greensboro, Raleigh, we are hiring, working on our 2020.
Now, instead of slowing down, she pivoted, leaning into pop-ups and in-person events. And that early success gave her momentum. And from the beginning, she decided giving back would be a part of the business model. She donates a portion of every sale to Glenwood Together, a local community center turning customer support into direct community impact.
Only being open from March to the end of last year, we donated over $2,000 to Glenwood, which is not that much in the grand scheme of things, but for a small business and making all of that from people supporting my business, we're doing what we can.
This is proof to me that Anna, as well as other small businesses, are pouring back into the Greensboro community. Now, coming up at 6:30, we'll be talking about how the kids at Glenwood helped her come up with the design for her brand, Littlefoot Matcha. Live in Greensboro, I'm Manning Franks, WFMY News 2.